Think about the person you are today. Your beliefs about money, your emotional reactions, the way you respond to stress, to conflict, to love, the way you see yourself when things go wrong, the voice inside your head that tells you what you deserve and what you do not. Now ask yourself this question: where did those beliefs come from? Because here is what neuroscience has proven beyond any doubt. The most powerful programming your subconscious mind ever received did not come from your own experiences. It came from watching your parents. Before you were old enough to analyze, question, or reject anything, your developing brain was absorbing everything. Every argument, every moment of anxiety, every belief your parents carried about money, about success, about love, about themselves. It all went in, directly, without filter. And it became your programming. Now here is the part that changes everything, and why this video may be the most important one you ever watch. Right now, today, this moment, your children are doing the exact same thing to you. They are watching you, absorbing you, recording everything. Your stress, your beliefs, your patterns, your relationship with success, with money, with fear. All of it going directly into their subconscious minds. The question is not whether this is happening. The question is, what are they learning?
Before we get to the 7 things, you need to understand the mechanism. Because once you understand why words affect the subconscious, you will feel the urgency of everything that follows. Your subconscious mind operates on a principle that neuroscientists call self-referential processing. When you hear words, especially words spoken in your own voice, your brain processes them as direct instructions about who you are and what is true about your reality. This is not a new idea. It is documented neuroscience. When you speak a word or phrase repeatedly, the neurons associated with that concept fire together. And as we discussed in a previous video, neurons that fire together wire together. The more frequently you speak a belief, the more deeply embedded it becomes in your subconscious neural architecture. It stops being something you said and becomes something you are. There is also another layer to this, the reticular activating system, or RAS. The RAS is a network of neurons in your brainstem that acts as a filter for the 11 million bits of information your subconscious processes every second. Its job is to decide what your conscious mind should pay attention to, and it makes that decision based on what you have told it is important. When you repeatedly say things like, "I am always tired," or "nothing ever works for me," you are giving your RAS a direct instruction. Find evidence for this, confirm this belief, make this real. And your RAS, being extraordinarily efficient, does exactly that. It filters out the evidence that contradicts your words, and it highlights every piece of evidence that confirms them. This is why 2 people can be in the exact same circumstances, and one sees opportunity everywhere, while the other sees only obstacles. They are not living in different realities, they are speaking different words. And those words have programmed their subconscious filters differently. Now let us talk about the 7 things you should never say again. The first thing you should never say out loud is, "I can't afford it." I know, this feels like a practical statement, like a fact, like the responsible thing to say. But here's what happens in your subconscious every time you say those 3 words. Your brain stops looking for solutions. It closes the door on possibility and files the subject under unavailable. The question, "How can I afford this?" activates your brain's problem-solving networks. It keeps the door open. It engages creativity, resourcefulness, and strategic thinking. The statement, "I can't afford it," does the opposite. It shuts everything down. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, dedicated an entire section of his work to this distinction. He argues that "I can't afford it" is the language of a scarcity mindset that programs financial limitation directly into the subconscious. And he is right, not just philosophically, but neurologically. What to say instead? How can I afford this? Or, that is not my priority right now. One keeps the subconscious engaged, the other puts you in control without closing the door on abundance. The second thing, I am so stressed. I am exhausted. I am overwhelmed. These feel like honest descriptions of how you feel, and sometimes they are. But there is a critical difference between acknowledging an emotion and declaring an identity. When you say, "I feel tired," you are describing a temporary state. When you say, "I am exhausted," you are declaring an identity. You are telling your subconscious, "This is who I am." And the subconscious, which is always trying to maintain consistency between your identity and your physical state, will work to keep you exhausted. It will suppress energy. It will increase the perception of fatigue. It will make tiredness feel permanent and inevitable. Research in psychoneuroimmunology, the study of how thoughts affect the immune system, has shown that chronic verbal declarations of stress, exhaustion, and overwhelm trigger sustained cortisol release, suppress immune function, and create the physiological conditions of the very state being declared. Your words are not just describing your body, they are instructing it. What to say instead? I notice I feel tired right now, or I am restoring my energy. Or simply, say nothing. Observe the feeling without declaring it as your identity. The third thing, and perhaps the most damaging of all 7, I am not good enough. I am not smart enough. I am not ready. These are not just words, they are subconscious installation commands. Remember what we discussed about the theta state in childhood, when the subconscious absorbs everything without filter? The same principle applies when you are in a state of emotional vulnerability, stress, or self-doubt. In those moments, your brain waves slow down. The critical analytical filter weakens, and what you say about yourself goes directly into the subconscious, with almost the same power as a childhood program. Every time you say, "I am not good enough," you are reinforcing a neural pathway that was probably first created years ago. You are giving it more energy, more structure, more permanence. You are not describing reality, you are building it. Dr. Carol Dweck's research at Stanford on fixed versus growth mindsets demonstrated clearly that the language people use about their own abilities directly determines their neurological capacity for growth and achievement. People who describe themselves as not smart literally develop fewer neural connections in the areas related to the tasks they are attempting. The words precede the neurology. What to say instead? I am learning. I am growing. I am becoming someone who handles this with ease. The fourth thing. This always happens to me. I always end up here. It never works out for me. The words always and never are some of the most destructive words in the human vocabulary when used in self-reference. Here is what they do to the subconscious. They create absolute permanent programs. Not "this happened in a specific context," not "this has happened before and I want to understand why." Always, never, absolute, permanent, universal. When you tell your subconscious that something always happens to you, it accepts this as a law of your reality, and it works to confirm it. It filters every situation through the lens of that absolute statement. A business deal falls through. This always happens to me. A relationship becomes difficult. I never get what I want. A health challenge arises. My body always lets me down. Each declaration reinforces the program, and the program begins to shape every perception, every decision, every outcome. The extraordinary thing is, It is statistically impossible for anything to always happen to you. Life is far more varied than that, but the subconscious does not deal in statistics. It deals in the language you give it. What to say instead? This happened. I am choosing to respond differently this time. What can I learn from this? The fifth thing. I hate my body. I hate my job. I hate my life. The word hate is one of the most emotionally charged words in the human language. And emotional charge, as we have discussed, is one of the two primary mechanisms through which the subconscious installs new programs. When you say, "I hate my body," with genuine emotion, you are installing a program of rejection, shame, and disconnection from your own physical being. And the body, which is regulated by the subconscious, responds accordingly. Research in the field of psychosomatics has documented extensively that chronic self-directed negative emotions affect physical health in measurable ways, including hormonal regulation, immune function, cellular repair, and even gene expression. Bruce Lipton's work in epigenetics demonstrated that the environment the cell lives in, which is created largely by your emotional state, determines gene expression. You are not stuck with your biology, but your words and emotions are constantly shaping it. Saying, "I hate my life" with intensity is one of the most powerful negative subconscious installations you can perform. You are not venting, you are commanding. What to say instead? I am creating a life I love. My body is doing its best, and I am giving it what it needs to thrive. I am grateful for what is working, and I am actively changing what is not. The sixth thing. I could never do that. That is not for someone like me. That is too big for me. Every time you witness someone else's success and respond with, "I could never do that," you are performing a specific and deeply damaging subconscious act. You are drawing a boundary around what is possible for you and placing the success you just witnessed firmly outside it. Your subconscious hears, "That level of success is not mine. It does not belong to me. Do not pursue it. Do not even desire it." Over time, with enough repetitions of this phrase, the boundary becomes a wall, and the wall becomes invisible. You stop even seeing certain possibilities because your subconscious has filed them under "not for you." The most successful people in the world, in any field, had one thing in common before they achieved what they achieved. They never said, "I could never do that." They said, "How did they do that? What would I need to learn? What would I need to become?" What to say instead? That is fascinating. How did they do that? What would it take for me to do something similar? Let other people's success become a map, not a reminder of your supposed limitations. The seventh thing, and this one surprises people the most. I will try. I will try to do better. I will try to wake up earlier. I will try to change. Yoda said it best, and neuroscience has confirmed it. Do or do not. There is no try. The word try contains a built-in permission for failure. It signals to your subconscious, "I am not fully committed. I am leaving the door open for this not to happen." And your subconscious, which always follows the path of least resistance, walks directly through that open door. The language of commitment is not, "I will try to exercise this week." The language of commitment is, "I am someone who exercises. I exercise on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is who I am." Notice the difference. The first is a goal with an escape route. The second is an identity statement. And as we have discussed throughout this series, your subconscious responds to identity far more powerfully than to goals. Every "I will try" is a small erosion of your subconscious commitment to yourself. Every "I am" or "I do" or "I will" stated with clarity and conviction is a deposit into your subconscious bank of belief. What to say instead? I am doing this. I am committed to this. This is who I am now. Now that you know the 7 things, what do you actually do with this? Because awareness alone is not enough. Knowing that these phrases are damaging does not immediately stop you from saying them. They are habits. They are deeply grooved neural patterns. And like all subconscious patterns, they require consistent, intentional reprogramming to change. Here is a 3-step protocol to begin today. Step 1. The 24-hour language audit. For the next 24 hours, starting the moment this video ends, become an observer of your own language. Every time you catch yourself saying one of the 7 phrases, or any variation of them, simply pause, take a breath, and consciously rephrase. Do not judge yourself for saying it. Do not create shame around it. Shame is itself a damaging subconscious program. Simply observe, pause, rephrase. After 24 hours, you will have a clear picture of which of the 7 phrases lives most powerfully in your daily language. That is the one to focus on first. Step 2. Replace, don't just remove. The subconscious does not respond well to absence. If you simply try to stop saying something, the gap that creates will often be filled by the same phrase returning. For every phrase you remove, install a replacement. Write your 7 replacements in your subconscious scripting journal, the one from Habit 2 in our first video. Read them every morning. Say them out loud. Feel them. The repetition of the new phrase, combined with genuine emotional engagement, will begin to build a new neural pathway, one that competes with and eventually replaces the old one. Step 3. Guard your words around others. One final element that most people overlook. Your subconscious is also affected by the words you hear from others, especially in close relationships. The people closest to you are part of your daily linguistic environment. If the conversations in your home are saturated with scarcity, complaint, and limitation language, your subconscious is absorbing that too. You do not need to lecture anyone. You do not need to correct or police other people's language. But you can set an intention, privately, internally, to be a voice of possibility in your environment. To respond to "this never works" with "let's find what does." To respond to "we can't afford it" with "how could we create that?" Over time, your language shifts the energy of the entire environment, and everyone in it, including your subconscious, is affected. Let us bring this together. Your subconscious is always listening, not sometimes, always. Every word you speak out loud about yourself, your circumstances, and your possibilities is being processed as an instruction, and your subconscious is following those instructions with extraordinary precision. The 7 things to eliminate from your language. 1. I can't afford it. Replace with, how can I create this? 2. I am so stressed and exhausted. Replace with, I notice this feeling and I am restoring my energy. 3. I am not good enough. Replace with, I am learning and I am becoming. 4. This always happens to me. Replace with, this happened. What can I learn? 5. I hate my body and my life. Replace with, I am grateful and I am creating something better. 6. I could never do that. Replace with, how did they do that? What would it take? 7. I will try. Replace with, I am doing this. This is who I am. Language is not just communication. Language is creation. The words you choose are either building the life you want or dismantling it. And now you know which words to choose. In the next video, I am going to reveal something that will completely change how you understand your subconscious. we are going to go into the deepest level of belief reprogramming, and I am going to show you a technique that works even when everything else has failed. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to Awake Mind. Share it with one person who needs to hear this today, because the words we speak become the world we live in. I will see you in the next one.